I think I must have fallen asleep. They're for sale. I set out from Milan, Italy, crossing 18,000 kilometers, in search of the Asmat people, once known as cannibals. This is the boatman who welcomed me. He used to be a tribal chief, but now he lives a semi-primitive lifestyle. He works as a boatman today. And what I'm searching for this time are people who still live in a truly primitive way. We first traveled by boat to a small island in the Pacific. Everything here will challenge what you think you know. They even meet birds of paradise. The birds they're carrying right now, those white birds down there cost about 10 RMB each. The green ones are the same price as for that bird of paradise we saw earlier. It sells for around 440 RMB. Here, I also came across a living fossil, dating back 18,000 years, locally known as Herdo. You can clearly see the razor-sharp claws on each of its 3 toes, especially the middle claw, which is as hard and sharp as a dagger. It can easily kill an attacker, or rip open a person's abdomen with a single strike. This cassowary has been pretty unlucky. It was caught in the mountains by local tribesmen using only their bare hands. They even broke one of its legs. Still, it's an impressive animal. This one is a female. The males are blue. These are cassowary eggs, and that's one of its chicks. I also saw a species of civet, unique to this region. And every single one of these animals is part of the locals' everyday diet. After arriving on the island, our main task was to register with the local police station and obtain the official permit required to enter the tribal area because the journey ahead is extremely remote. We'll have to pass through for security checkpoints. I brought all of my documents and explained why I was here. I told them I was only here to document the lives of people living deep in the wilderness. The officers told us that things had been unstable in the mountains recently. Because the route is so remote, they needed to equip us with a GPS tracker. If something went wrong, they wouldn't be able to rescue us. And just yesterday, someone reportedly vanished in the area. We were also required to sign a liability waiver. Seriously. At this point, we were finally on our way. There were 4 of us in total. Me, a boatman, and 2 bodyguards. The entire journey would take 7 days and 6 nights. It was currently flood season, and every time we traveled a certain distance, fallen trees carried by the floodwaters blocked our path. The boat keeps acting up. Okay. Okay. This is no problem. Okay. It's getting late now, and we can no longer continue forward. We'll have to spend the night here. As it happens, this is the second checkpoint, where we need to register. All right. This man is the local chief. and also the commander of the local security force. Since the area isn't very safe, we'll be spending the night in a house next to theirs. People here don't need regular jobs. Some have never even left their tribe their entire lives. Boats are the only means of transportation here. People and pigs live side by side. How long a pig survives depends entirely on how hungry the tribe is. Even my bodyguards take their responsibilities very seriously. Good. Hate. My two bodyguards just told me to buy what I needed and head back immediately. People in this area aren't very welcoming to outsiders. A wooden shack and a plastic mat were all we had for the four of us to sleep on tonight. Since this place isn't considered safe, all four of us had to sleep together. I slept in the middle, while they positioned themselves around me in a triangular formation. The next morning, we continued our journey. We still had to travel another 100 kilometers by to reach the third checkpoint. Our boat was running low on fuel. And fuel is practically a hard currency. The local price works out to about 7 RMB per liter. That might sound normal to people in China, but here the average daily wage is only 44 RMB. So fuel is extremely expensive by local standards. This boat doesn't just use gasoline. It also requires this type of fuel, known as mixed fuel. This is the third place where we need to register. The people here aren't particularly friendly toward us. The two men sitting on the dock are essentially local lookouts. When I greeted them warmly, they completely ignored us. Now the boatman is going over to greet them. As he speaks with them, he keeps his body bent very low, showing a great deal of respect and making it clear that we mean no harm. We're only here to register our visit. Meanwhile, the rest of us stay on the boat and don't dare approach. All right, we've been given permission to come ashore. 24. The two bodyguards are staying behind on the boat, while the boatman and I head to the local security post to register. This officer said my case was beyond his authority, and that we needed to speak with his superior. We explained the purpose of our trip to the commander, who told us the situation ahead was currently very tense. The local leader in that area is aligned with an independence movement, and just a few days ago, someone reportedly disappeared there. If we wanted to continue, he would assign us a member of the local security force and also arrange for a local villager to guide us along the way. The commander was very responsible. He wanted photos taken of both of us, so that if anything happened later, the rescue team could use them to show that we had no hidden agenda and were only there to film. The area we're heading to is surrounded by gold mines. There are so many of them that outsiders can easily be misunderstood. This young man was assigned to us by the commander, and this older gentleman is the local guide. Our team has now grown from 4 people to 6. The farther we go, the more serious things become. Hearing all of this, made me nervous. But we've already come this far. There's no turning back now. We have to keep moving forward. After traveling about halfway,
到事情的严重性，
roughly 10 kilometers, the older guide told us
编出
the area ahead was too dangerous,
的淘金者，而
so he wouldn't be going any farther.
目标
At the time, I still hadn't realized
轻松。
how serious the situation was.
以后
The closer we got to our destination, the more gold miners appeared
工具都拿起来了，
along both sides of the river. My boatmen and bodyguards were no longer as relaxed as before. The farther upstream we went, the entire boat felt like it could tip over at any moment. Countless hidden currents beneath us. And if we're not careful, the whole boat could get sucked in.
进去了。
Lesson. Lesson. Okay. After overcoming countless obstacles and finally reaching this place,
的时候，
something I never could have expected
到的事情竟然发生。
happened.